Tang saranang kachami, Dhammang saranang kachami, Sanghang saranang kachami. Om Diyo Hu Shanti Rantarikshakung Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Rokhathaya Shanti Banaspataya Shanti Vishve Deva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagum Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Reti. Good morning. Start with the Shanti mantra. To bless the whole world with peace. In our life, we know there's a peace. There is a peace of mind, and there's an active mind. There's a worry mind. There's so many types of mind. But all that happening is come from nothing. And that's, in English, we call peace. In Sanskrit, we call Shanti. So peace of mind is prerequisite. Just like you standing is a prerequisite for taking the steps. We are very fortunate in this Kali Yuga. From some 67 years ago, a saint came out from Himalaya and give us a technique how to go inward. This technique is not new because technique is the mantra, technique is the guru, technique is the way how one can gain self-realization. That's the technique. But this technique associated with guru, or the knowledge, or the knowledge which dispels darkness, we call technique, or guru. And when time, space get involved, guru, it can be a personality, individual, or guru can be just any frequency in nature, or any movement in the space and time. Today, I was meditating at a temperature of 20 degrees, somewhere in the mountain, north of Thailand. So I thought maybe I should share this part of awareness called Bhakti. Bhakti, or devotion, or faith, is come from knowledge, Gyan. Some years back, maybe 2,000 years back, a personality called Adi Shankaraj. And later on he found the Shankaracharya in India. He represents, his heart is full of bhakti or love. His mind full of knowledge called Gyan. So his heart, his head is full and his heart is full. So these two come together, create a personality. Just like the left hand, which is the heart, the right hand, which is the head, come together, create a personality. And that's represent the total knowledge, the fullness of Brahma Vidya, imbibed in the personality of Adi Shankara. Later on, he's known as Shankaracharya. And that's the basis of the head of state, or head of the state of the religions. In Thailand, they call also the chief monk Sankaran or Sankaracharya. Tradition come from there. What I heard recently is that from this life in the absolute, purity alone, only that purity alone can speak out the truth of life in its fullness, in its completeness. And this personality speaks about devotion without thinking or without creating a feeling. It's part of life. That devotion is so complete because it's not a thought of feeling of any concept or any intellect. I've lived that kind of life without a thought of surrender. Natural state of surrender in me. This is the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's sentences when he talks about his Gurudev. He talks about, I lived that kind of life without a thought of surrender. When I heard that, I said, wow, if you don't have a thought of surrender, how could you say you surrender? Then I thought, wow, surrender is its own nature. Life is complete surrender because its nature is like that. The ray of the sun is complete surrender on its own nature. That's why the structure is fullness and giving and complete without a thought of surrender. Natural state of surrender in me. This is what Maharishi Mahesh Yogi is. When he was at the feet of his Guru, Gurudev. These two sentences is good enough for the whole world to contemplate on it. Just like in one line on Upanishad, some Purana, some time ago, I don't know, billion year, infinite years, they said, Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purna Udachite Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate. This line of Upanishad is eternal teaching about life, about fullness. At the beginning is full, at the middle is full, at the end is full. And from Maharishi Mahesh Yogi we learn that A is full, Purna Mada. E is full, Purna Idam. U is full, Purna Udachate. This is R, E, U. And the beginning, middle, and the end, they're always full. And this is the word surrender is all about. Faith is all about. Gyan is all about. It's very interesting. Very interesting. At this time we're sitting here near the river Pai, and then we have these thoughts. And the sun is coming out beautifully, so we share. Our life is sharing. Heartbeat is nothing but sharing. Heartbeat, for other reason, is not completely beating. It's not completely full. But heartbeat with fullness is nothing but giving and sharing. Just like the heart of the cosmic intelligence, represented by the sun. Every time the sun comes out, is a heartbeat. Sharing of fullness, reminding of fullness, preparing of fullness, every moment, every given moment. This is life. And we need to be reminded. We heard this billions of years, but we have forgotten. And sometimes we have to come back and hear and remind ourselves, oh, is to give. Our part is to share. Our part is to have full little heart beat. Heart, when it's beat fully, then the transformation is full. Life is so simple, but yet difficult. A few days ago, I met a man. He's about 55 on the street. He's selling something on the street. I went and sat with him. In his mind, he said, I want to leave everything. I want to throw everything away. I want to just walk freely. He keep repeating that 4 or 5 times. I look at him, I said, the phrase that you express is to negate, to let go with something, or to throw away of something which in your mind you think that that's you. But I said, can you change the face that I'm starting anew? I choose something new. Then you don't think about negating anything that you don't really own or have. You just think about you want to get started something. And also the other day, a young boy, he's about 15, 16. He saw me sitting in the river, flowing, flowing stream. Without introduction, he looked at me, he said, I wish I could have a life like you. He's about 15, 16. I'm like his grandfather. Anyway, and I look at him and said, all you have to do is just get up and walk. You just get up and do what you wish to do. You don't have to hesitate, because that's how your nature, that's how your heartbeat is for. That's how the heart wants to share with you, or tell you, or remind you. That's why you see it like that and you speak like that. We always remember whatever's come out of mind, our heart, or whatever we senses, is because what the heart wants us to accomplish. Accomplish what? Your own nature, our own nature, which is what? Fullness. Fullness. Now I just remember I met a DJ, he's about 25 years old, a Buddhist. And I just learned one bhajan song. I think I should sing this with you. This song maybe 50 years back by Ravi Shankar and George Harrison in India. They got together. George Harrison, after they met Maharishi and the Beatles, and they learned transcendental meditation, and they spent many months in Rishikesh with Maharishi. Later on, he went and spent time with Ravi Shankar, the sitarist, famous sitarist in the world. And they came with a beautiful melody called bhajan, devotion song, devotional. Let's go like this. Prabhuji Anabaso, Prabhuji Daya Karo, Maname Anabaso, Prabhuji Daya Karo. Tuma bina, tuma bina lage suna, khabhi khata mein prema paro, khabhi khata mein prema paro. Prabhu ji daya karo man mein anabaso. Tantra mantra puja nahi janu. Tantra mantra puja nahi janu. Meni kewala tumako himanu. Sare jagame dhumda tumako abatto ankara mahandaro. He Prabhuji, 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 daya karo man mein anabaso. Prabhuji. The first two lines is very auspicious for everyone to remember. Is that please God, be compassion and come and recite it in my heart. This two line is good enough for everyone to enjoy life. Because just to remind that within that heart already God is living. That heart beat is nothing but God beating. Maname anabaso. Beautiful line, beautiful melody. I love this. And I always remember this. All right. I really enjoy sharing this feeling with you, memory with you, and I wish you choose the right path. Remember, time is most precious in life. Don't waste any moment without realizing the values of it. Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev.